Hey guys, welcome to the channel. In this video I'm going to talk about being stuck in a rut. Or at least it was meant to be. I planned to talk about the rut I'd been in and a couple of things I'd done to try and get out of it. I'd spent about 2 days attempting to make this video and I've just decided to scrap it. Now I still plan on talking about being in a rut and the things that I did to get out of it, but I'm also going to talk about other things like composition, ready for autumn, and the importance of exploring local areas, in my case the local woodland. I'll also talk about a couple of images I captured and how I captured them in a bit more detail. So the first thing I did was to look through my old images and try and get some inspiration from them. So I found a couple of photos from last year that I'd kind of disregarded, but I did really like, and I've done some re-edits on them and I'll put them up now. So going through these old photos, it inspired me to go out and visit this local woodland where the photos were taken and do a bit more exploring around there. So one of the main reasons why I went back to this local woodland to explore was to find compositions ready for autumn. So I went around my local woodland twice in a week and found a few compositions. I'll put them up on the screen now. None of them are good images at the moment, but I think they're good compositions ready for autumn, for the autumnal colours, and for hopefully when we get fog. So you might recognise part of this scene from the image earlier. This brings me on to another point of why it's important not to take your local area for granted, and why revisiting the same areas can be important, because I found 2 compositions doing this, and one of them is in this scene that I didn't notice last year. You can see this sapling to the left that's quite nice and green at the moment, and straight away it stood out to me, so I don't know why it didn't last year, but you can tell it's going to look really good once autumn arrives and them leaves turn orange. Again, foggy conditions and probably early in the morning as the sun rises. And the second composition is right at the other end of this pathway through the woods, and again another one that I didn't find until a year later. So again, another reason to keep exploring local area, because you just don't know what compositions you missed. So this image is going to be the same kind of composition as the image in the beginning of the video. Autumn colours, foggy conditions, hopefully add some light to it this time, get a nice sunrise. So all these compositions that I've found, I'm planning to capture them all at the same time of day, most likely morning. So there's going to be a lot of early mornings through autumn, if we get the conditions. So there's a little section of woodland at the far end of the main part of the woods in this area. A lot of the trees that are here are pine trees, but in this section there's a lot of beech trees and oak trees, and the character, the shapes of them always fascinate me. So the character in these trees tend to be in the top half, where all the branches are, which makes it quite difficult to capture as an image due to the contrast between the light and the dark. So these images that I've taken, they're a series of 4 images taken in landscape orientation, but they're in a vertical panel, and then they're also bracketed as well. So I've taken 3 exposures at each stage of this panel. Now I tend to think these type of shots work better and look better in black and white, but I quite like the colour version of this as well. So I'll put a colour and a black and white image up, and let me know in the comments which you prefer, the colour or the black and white. So thank you for watching this video. I'm surprised I managed to make it, because I've probably recorded about 200 audio clips just because I'm not a talker and I'm not comfortable talking. But one of the things that I want this channel to be, in this case, doing something that puts you out of your comfort zone. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully there was some helpful or useful information in it. Hopefully I can start getting a bit more confident and comfortable with speaking on camera. If you can help support me in any way, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, check out my website for a lot more information about me and my journey in trying to make photography my career.